With Lyme, you have to dissolve and concentrate on two different chemical reactions. Number one, we want to concentrate on dissolving cysts, Lyme cysts. And number two, we want to concentrate on dissolving Lyme neurotoxins. The first chemical reaction, dissolving cysts, both enzymes as well as cyst-busting medications work very well to break up these cysts. When Lyme bacteria, when they feel threatened in an unfavorable antibiotic environment, they create force fields around themselves, like a calcium force field around themselves, and they will hide in that force field until there is a favorable environment, and then they all come out in mass together to attack. So it's important to attempt to dissolve these force fields, dissolve these cysts prior to killing any bacteria. This is how the bacteria are considered antibiotic resistant, because there can be a lot of antibiotics in the body, but if they're all hiding in these cysts, then they will survive that round of antibiotics. Cyst busters dissolve cysts, allowing the bacteria to flood back into the bloodstream, back into the body, so that they can be killed by the antibiotics. So you'll be on antibiotics, you break up these cysts, and then once they come back, the Lyme come out, you hit them with the antibiotics again, and of course it is just a cycle where you have to keep doing that. But the second chemical reaction that we have to concentrate on for dissolving Lyme, that is going to be dissolving neurotoxins. Neurotoxins, they both coat the nerves and hormone receptors, creating a systemic dysfunction. The particles of Lyme, they're bulky, they're sticky, they need to be broken down before they can be moved. So when you're thinking of neurotoxins, picture like a bird who has been covered in oil after a large oil spill. The birds, they can't fly. They can't function very well. They are covered in a toxic chemical. And so biologists, in order to restore flight and restore the birds to their activities, what they'll do is they'll wash them in Dawn dish soap. So they give them a bath. The dish soap, just like a greasy pan, will break up that oil. And then within a short time afterwards, birds dry off and they are able to regain their physical freedom. And so Lyme is a lot like that, where we have to dissolve this actual neurotoxin to regain our physical freedom. And when it comes to Lyme neurotoxins, size does matter. Dissolving bacterium, it's essential to getting it out of the body, but after dissolving bacteria, you end up with very many smaller neurotoxic particles that can redistribute even into the smallest places. The smallest places being the hands, the toes, the sinuses, the ears, the eyes, the brain. So the smallest areas that are hardest to get stuff out of. So think of like moving a bed. If you're relocating, you're going to move your bed, and you're going to, as opposed to picking it all up, getting a really strong cousin and asking he or she to help you carry it all at once. Instead, it's broken up. The box spring, the mattress, the headboard, the frame, everything is broken down, and two individuals can easily carry the bed out and move it to your new location. Another way to think about toxin particle size is to think about burial versus cremation. And now, where that's a little dark, but the point of it is that when someone is buried, if you've ever had or helped carry a casket for a funeral, it takes 4, 5, 6 people to carry a casket. 400 pounds or so, and versus cremation, on the other hand, where it is just a chemical reaction. All of the chemical, the matter, within the body is chemically changed, and now the body can fit in this urn, which can be easily picked up with one hand. So we want to chemically destroy, like cremation, these Lyme particles and these neurotoxins. But that doesn't come without any issues in itself. When you break down the size of the toxic bacteria particles, if you attempt to dissolve these neurotoxins without binders or without previously working on your GI tract, what happens is that the vast majority of people with Lyme they have all had extensive antibiotic use, and therefore their intestines usually are leaky gut. Happens a lot. Leaky gut, irritable bowel, things like that. But there are holes in the intestines, and the intestines have thinned, allowing these neurotoxins to just basically seep back through the intestines. They're water soluble into the bloodstream and recirculate throughout the body. So we want to make sure to repair leaky gut before beginning any regimens that dissolve neurotoxins. And as always, this is very, very serious. Dissolving neurotoxins, for some people, is the answer, but you have to work with a Lyme literate doctor, a cleansing doctor when doing this, because it can get much worse before it gets better. But the process was essential in myself becoming one day better. Antioxidants supplement. Support the body and increase efficiency with antioxidants. I supplement with high-quality antioxidants like the before mentioned glutathione and vitamin C. They make it easier to clean up small and mid-sized environmental particles. This reduces stress on the body so that the body can clean the Lyme particles. And toxin removal takes a tremendous amount of energy, so sometimes you have no energy resources left to fight the Lyme battle. Cells become stronger as antioxidants help reduce cellular debris load. Antioxidants bind free radicals, resulting in increased cellular energy and oxygen. Cells then have more energy to fight bacteria and virus, pushing bacteria from the cell to the lymph nodes, where they will be killed by killer T cells. I use glutathione in two forms: G-Cell, which is in a pill form manufactured by Systemic Formulas, and Glutaquick, which is a sinus spray, and I use to get glutathione into my respiratory system. I've taken up to 1 gram a day, best vitamin C, as the process helps to get the vitamin C throughout the body and makes it more absorbable on a cellular level. Antioxidant potency is measured on an ORAC scale, ORAC scale. Micro antioxidants. I had so many problems with my hands, feet, and eyes. So blood gets thick, and the vascular system in the hands, the feet, and the eyes get less blood flow. When I took micro antioxidants, my hands, feet, they became warmer, and my vision returned. The blood vessels in the eyes, the hands, the feet are small. They require thin blood with micro antioxidants to cleanse them and relieve the symptoms. You can find more in the attached Chapter 10 PDF on antioxidants. Chapter 10 PDF is called Cleansing, and it is from Lyme book.